So yes, Tamiami. It took me a little bit to make this video. Basically, I can name this video "Who Was a Bad Girl?" I was a bad girl. Because all my plants are not getting anything. Went down the drain. Day one, I was really good. I didn't buy nothing on the first day, believe it or not. Second day, there was this, gotta start somewhere. So I've been looking at Masdevallias for a while. And this specific one is called Masdevallia regina. Oh yeah, so she jumped straight into my pocket. $22, I believe I paid. Something like that, 25, 22. I've been told they like being in cooler temperatures. One of my good members of the society grows them pretty well, so I'll have to double check on that. They just have the coolest flowers. I don't know if you ever seen. Another thing that I like, the plant itself is a good size. It's not huge. It's like it's very green. It has always lots of leaves, and it's just a compact, beautiful plant with always very bright little flowers that are absolutely different than any other orchid shape. And then later on, when the door was open and I just started getting them, I got one more Masdevallia Ayabacana. There you go. Simple as that. $22, as you can see. One bad thing, I do not remember who was the vendor. It was somebody from out of country. And the plants look very nice and happy. I need to unpack. I did unpack a couple of them. This cold spree really stopped me because besides plants, there's children, dogs, home pottery that I need to do, so I kind of put them on hold, and it took me almost a week to make this video. So these were two Masdevallias that I got, and I'm excited. We'll see what we can do with them. Then, as you remember, right across the aisle from me is Mr. Wilson, who is an absolutely amazing gentleman. So he always have a very nicely packed, beautiful booth. So here's one of the plants that I got from him. That was actually his sample, and he's just an amazing guy, because when I went to him and I said, "Wilson, you will be selling the sample, right?" He said, "Tell me, girl, what's the story?" So basically my mom wanted one, and I said I want one for my mom and I want one for me. But if it's possible to buy the sample, I would love to do it. So I bought one for me. And as nice and generous he is, he said, "And this one is a gift for your mom." My mom still didn't get it. She will, I promise, because I have another one. And they are in sphagnum. I think we'll change that. I might probably mount this one. Here's mine. It's a good size. I think it bloomed, because you can see the flower dried out stems. So I probably will mount it on one of mine, what do I call them, totems. And my mom at some point will get hers. I'm just gonna put on the side everything I showed you already. And another thing that I got from Wilson is the Losa. I do have a soft spot. I as you understand, I have quite a few of those spots for the pure whites. This one is a white cattleya, kind of reminding me a little bit of a Valkyrianas, the nosy one, the ones that have a nose. All his plants were about $20, which I think, and as you can see, they're spotless, they're beautiful, they're really well taken care of plants. So if you're at Tamiami or somewhere else, Wilson is from Taiwan, but he travels a lot to different shows in Europe and stuff like that. So, and then I had to get a fail from him, Changmo Jade Wilson. Very, very cute, white with the outline yellow flowers, the novelty type Phalaenopsis, so it will be small and compact as well. And I really, really like these kind of Phalaenopsis. Also, as you can see, they pack them, grow them for the transportation, so not always what you buy them in from the international specifically vendors is a great way to grow them. But now it's warm, so we're getting in there. Ooh, look what we got there. Ooh, oh. Hello. Little spiky. Cool. Okay, even better. So we'll see the flower real soon. So that was from Wilson. Then the first time participated in Tamiami was Orchids Limited, Jason Fisher. They're from Minnesota. And he brought lots of interesting stuff. It was actually also a gift from him for helping set up his booth, because I brought my daughter and everything went whoosh. We were done in like 2 hours when I normally takes me some 5-6 hours. So it's Tolumnia, and it's just a division. I actually divided it and put them in these bags for him, and then he was kind enough to share the joy and give us some. So I need to mount this as well. And there's another Tolumnia variegata. They're great little plants. I had pretty bad luck with them until I stopped mothering them, and I just let them grow. They're great mounted. You can use whatever you prefer, and with them you can go with the pretty mounts. So you will have this beautiful display. When they bloom, they have this explosion of color. So then another trouble I found was Last Day, and I kind of know, of course, the name of it, and I never bought nothing from them, which I thought was a really, really big mistake. So I went there Last Day, and guess what I got? I have my own Laura Newton, hopefully blooming soon in my house. So Laura Newton is a judge, and she's a wonderful lady, and this flower was named after her. So I got one, and it was $20 from Sunset Valley. They, I believe, are from California, and Fred Clark, who is the face for the Sunset Valley, will be our speaker in Venice Orchid Society. And also what I got from them, and I could not resist, was Stankopia. My friend and the buddy from the society, Vicky, kinda that's her fault. She brought one for our display, and I just fell in love. I don't have any Stankopias. This is a cross. It's beautiful. I saw a picture of it. It costed me $30. As you can see, really well established, healthy plant. We're gonna give it a little love. And I need to research on these guys. Maybe I'll talk to Vicky, because I don't have Stankopias. But I think it's doing pretty well. There's lots of action on this little division. And since I started going down that way, I got one more Stankopia, and this one does have a picture on it. They look like Squidward, I swear. But I think I'm leaning towards the Stankopia Solagny kind of plants a lot. They are just cool. They're bigger than usual orchids. There's more of a leaf. The green They're just magnificent. They're a little bit more presentation about them than just a regular orchid. It's different. I don't know. They remind me of some kind of pond lilies or whatever you would call it. So this one is called Syncopia candida. And there it is. Look at that nose. And usually the fragrance is just amazing. You look at that flower. Okay, I like it, but it is weird looking flower. But when you smell it, it's just a crazy, crazy, beautiful smell all over. So I believe I got this one from Joseph Wu. And also I got these Cymbidiums from them, and they were bare root. They have kinda, I don't know if you would call it variegated leaves, but the girl told me they grow them in Taiwan where they have, you know, whether it's warm out there, because I was worried if they will do well here in Florida. She said yes, so I'll tell you later, yes or no, maybe so. The advice on them, and I'll post the name later. I don't have a tag here, but I do have a tag for them. She recommended to plant them in the clay balls and mix it with just something like orchiata or something like that. Some regular medium for orchids. Okay, so that was Joseph Wu. Didn't I tell you I was bad? I was bad. So another thing that I got, and I got lots of like gifts, because you know the atmosphere at the Tamiami is amazing. The vendors are helping each other, and when one of the vendors came to me, company called Orchid Inn, and they are from Illinois. That's where I used to live. And they asked me just for pretty pots for the display. If you watch the display video, I have it there. And for doing this, they just gave me a little paffy. This is the name. Just as a thank you very much. And who does not need just one more orchid? I do. So let's call this one 701. And again, my neighbors at the Tamiami, you spent 4 days there just staring at the same booth. So the trouble is right there. And not that I have Wilson next to me. I had Gene with his baskets, but I am loaded with his baskets as it is. And I have Papo. They are, I believe, from Germany, and they do sell lots of Paffs, Bulldogs, and they are really big there on miniatures. Those little tiny. So this, of course, caught my eye. And that's a little dendrobium, which I honestly never seen them in this shape, but since it's a miniature, you can see the leaves are really pimply. And it's a beautiful, beautiful little flower. The name is Swiss Mountain Palace, and really they do remind me of the mountain, what are they called? Those little flowers that show up in the springtime. So I got this one, and I got another version, is right here. These are considered miniatures, you see. There's my hand, and look how tiny they are. But this is just a little different color, but it's the same name, so I guess I have no clue at this point. But like I said, I wanted to try and create a little, like a terrarium. Thomas promised me give a little guidance. He also is going to be our speaker for Venice in September of this year. So hopefully I will succeed at that. Aren't they cute? Are they fragrant? I don't think so. No, I don't know. Dendrobiums, somehow I don't feel they do lots of fragrance. Anyway, so, and as you walk by and by and by and by, you see the special deals. So these are two bulldogs. One of them is yellow, beautiful plant, and one of them is white with kind of burgundy brown. But what happened in the transportation, they broke the flowers. So what happens in that case? Ta-ta-ta-ta! $15. They were selling the blooming flowers for $65. So I think I got myself a pretty good deal. If you look into it, there's 1, 2, 3 in there. Now what's left, and I got 2 of them. The minute I saw it, I said I want it. This one has 1, 2, 3 also. The growth, and very healthy. It doesn't mean that they will stay with me much longer, but I really hope I will be a good parent for them. So that was my find. $15 for each. I didn't even think twice. I just said, here's the money, and they're across the aisle from me. And another place that I really hit this time was Hamlin's Orchids. Mr. Claude Hamilton and his Brotonias also was given a really good deal. He was selling these for $25, and I think they will make a great mounts. If you are not familiar with Brotonias, they come from Jamaica mostly. It's kind of like Jamaican orchid. They're very bright in color, and there's a big variety of them as well. So I got, this one is not loving me at this point. They were inside in the box, and I was just spraying them with water for a while, so we need to give them life. And then everything orange is from then. They were one of the vendors that said 50% off on the last day, so I had to go and get more. So here's the plant. I honestly tried to look online and see the pictures. It wasn't easy because some of these are crosses, and it's not always easy. I'm sure there's some kind of encyclopedia, but I'm not that advanced in using all these things. Come on, phone, let's do it. No? Hamlin's Melody. It's refusing to focus on it. Oh, me and electronics. Not a good friends. But look, it's a beautiful, healthy bare root. Probably gonna put it in the pot. We'll see. Maybe even without medium, and be happy, I hope. That, and I got this one also. I got 3. Look at that phone. Huh? There, scared. Good. So, one more. Very nice. 3. And then across the aisle from me was, right next to Wilson, was Bella Vista Orchids. Brazil, I believe. So I did get Laelia. This one is specifically with the red, this really unusual red lip. I love Laelias. They're beautiful plants, large. If they bloom, I don't know about this girl. My Laelia tenebrosa blooms for me many times a year. So yeah, so this is the haul. Ah, and one more thing that was very nice surprise. Mr. Todd, another YouTuber, brought me a bulby. Look how nice of him. It's repotted, it's healthy, it's gorgeous. I honestly do have a name of it somewhere. I will find it because I am on my cleaning up after the cold spree. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yay! Just 23 more orchids. Tamiami, we love you. Let's get to work and try to give these boys and girls a good home, a happy home, and let's try not to kill them, bloom them, and you will see them in my next clips, in their new pots, in their new mounts, whatever that point I will decide to do. And one more thing I forgot to mention in my haul was my beautiful green goblin Vanda from Moats. I'm cleaning up my greenhouse. Look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? There's no sun already. It's late, but it's nice weather. Great for working. Here's my green goblin from Moats. I believe it was $40. Let me show you the tag. There. The salata in there, clearly. Beautiful, beautiful green, brown. There is some kind of citrusy fragrance. I don't know, I just brought it out from being inside after this cold weather. But it's a beautiful new Vanda for me. And one more of the things that I'm excited, and isn't it weird, us orchid people, plants people, we get excited over something that looks like that. That is a special orchid juice given to me by one of the amazing orchid growers from Miami, Steve and Annette Rodriguez. He grows crazy stuff with it, and what it is, I understand they have a big koi pond, and this is like the water with all the good stuff that koi produce, which we all know is poop and stuff like that. And I'm gonna try it, and I'm very excited. Steve shared his magical juice with me, so my New Year's resolution is to be a better orchid owner, grower, pay more attention to them. I don't have my store anymore, so I'll have time for that. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Annette, for being such a wonderful friends. So, and yes, when I was doing that video on the table, I thought I am missing something. This is another Phalaenopsis. I think I had it on my video when I just did the little walk around with the vendors. This is the spiloric little Phalaenopsis that I could not leave there. That comes from the Joseph Wu. And look how cool it is. They're not easy to rebloom, so I'm gonna get on it. We're gonna use some of Steve's juice and see how big of a success we can achieve. So this is one thing, and now I swear this is the last thing that I brought. See, just a couple of pieces. Wonderful lady by the name Marissa. At some point I saw her pictures, her mounting stuff on this kind of bamboo. This bamboo is so cool. I have like 5 or 6 different types of bamboo growing on my yard, but I don't have this one. It's the coolest thing ever. So she got me 2. I asked her for it, and guess what? The girl is young. She still got it. She didn't forget. So we can put something on them. I know bamboo as a mount. I tried it. I know what you want to say. It can turn black and stuff like that. This is just a cool of a shape to miss. So we'll see what we're gonna put on it. And now, for sure, I'm gonna say have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.